You're part of the S&D group here in the Parliament. How do you feel about the new Italian government and their proposal that there should be a sort of far-right alliance across the EU?
Well, of course, I think that there is already an international of nationalists that we have to oppose and we have to fight strongly, because they're already winning with the same kind of rhetoric of hatred and walls in different national contexts. They're strengthening each other. You can see Trump with Farage, with Le Pen, with Salvini, with Orban and others. So where's the left in all of this? I think we need a progressive and environmentalist front that communicates a common vision of the challenges that we have in front of us. And they're all European challenges. That's why there is a paradox in the nationalist rhetoric, because on migration, on climate change, on tax justice, you cannot achieve solution within the national borders anymore. That's why they are lying to people.
What is your response from your party to the migrant crisis? Because with the central Mediterranean route, many communities in Italy have felt overwhelmed, have felt unable to cope with the number of migrants coming through. So what is the solution as you see it?
Migration is a very complex phenomenon, and we need answers on the short term, on the mid-term, and on the long term. And we need also answers at the European level, which is crucial. What we need at the European level is to overcome the Dublin regulation, which is giving most of the responsibilities on welcoming migrants to the countries that are at the hot border of the European Union. This is unfair. This Parliament has voted in November with a two-thirds majority to overcome the criterion of the first country of entry and to have a mechanism which is permanent and automatic of relocation that asks to all member states to do their part in welcoming migrants. This is point number one. On the second point, we need to stop human traffickers by providing a safe and legal alternative as ways of access to all different member states. At the national level, of course, there is a problem of social dumping, because we have migration policy at the member state level that are so restrictive that it's impossible for anyone to migrate and find an opportunity in our countries. Of course, that way we can see people ending up in the circles of the criminality and mafias around in Europe. What's the answer to that? We need a widespread model of reception that ensures that also in small communities, there are no big centers with 300 people where rights disappear and where mafias can come in with their economic interest. We need a widespread management of migration that in so many municipalities in Italy is already creating important opportunities for local young people. So this is another side of the story which you don't find very often in the media, but it's true. It's all about putting at the center the principle of sharing equally responsibility.
On the subject of sharing responsibility, the Parliament today discussed the outcome of the European Council, and another question on that agenda was the Eurozone. From your perspective, Italian from the S&D group, are you happy with the conclusions of that council?
No, I'm not. I still see a lack of common vision and a lack of responsibility. They have to understand we're at a turning point for the European Union right now. After Brexit and other things happening around, the risk of disgregation of the Union is very high right now. So it's not time for business as usual anymore. We need to deliver answers and concrete, let's say, solutions. On the Eurozone, of course, we need to have democratic control and have new instruments of political and economical governance of the Eurozone. We need it for sure, because this way, of course, this kind of architecture has led to an increasing of inequalities. But we have an opportunity here to deliver finally answers. The point is there political will by the EU governments? Unfortunately, I still don't see it today.